Hello and welcome back to our coverage of the Halo 5 Pro Series. And during the intermission, you've seen us watching Jimbo and Jimbo watching us. We were both just staring at each other intently. It got a little bit romantic. So thanks for that, Jim. Joe, in actual fact, we don't have the losers finals right now. We've got losers round 7. So I'm blaming Spilly for it. Spilly's blaming me, and then you're blaming you. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I mean, we'll blame everybody but ourselves for this one. But I tell you what, the good thing about it, though, Shurzy, is that means there's more Halo to watch.
Yes, absolutely. And what we've got now is Kroganavaccine up against the team we just seen take down in Control. It's going to be Royal Marines. But this time we actually have Batchford, who has dipped out, and Outcast, who is subbing in. And supposedly, from what I'm hearing, he's playing out of his skin. From the word coming through the grapevine is that Looney is going to replace Batchford next week. But has Outcast maybe done enough to impress these guys and maybe stake a claim for that spot himself?
Well, I'd like to see Outcast during this series put his money where his mouth is, show us the form he's been in apparently so far this competition. But also they brought in Crossman as well, Shurzy, in the off-season. So yep. 2 new players for Kroganavaccine. They apparently, from what we've heard so far, are still the same formation or same form as the team beforehand. But it's really all eyes on Outcast to see if he can pip a spot in this squad.
Yep, Joe is calling for you to put your money where your mouth is. But of course, we're in unprecedented times. It's a pandemic. Do not put your money in your mouth. That's not where it belongs. Don't even put your card there. At no point, I don't even care if you have a chip and pin machine set up in your cheeks. Do not put money or card near it.
Yeah, exactly. But what we can do, though, is shoot and put your 5 pistol bullets into the head of an opponent to get that perfect kill as we load up into our first game here. Oddball on Fisher, Shurzy.
Oddball on Fisher it is. I think Great Red Shift just really hates me and really hates Halo because he keeps giving me oddball game 1s. What have I done to deserve this? But we're on board with Mista nonetheless, trying to secure this overshield.
Yeah, he's putting shots down on Tommy, but I think Tommy's grabbed it and stayed alive as well. So Mista playing a bit of a passive one. Actually, no, saying that, Shicey gets the double kill and takes him out. So OS is burnt. We're still on board here with Mista, as it looks like the blue team trying to throw the odd ball off the map, but it doesn't fall. So Mista's going to claim that one, grab that skull in his hands and try and break away in towards Red Treehouse, Shurzy.
Joe, let's talk about this for a moment. Is this Royal Marines' best chance of taking down Kroganavaccine after they've made so many changes in the off period, and Batchford, of course, dropping out like at the last second almost a couple of days ago? This team is a little bit unpracticed with this 4. So is this the best chance for Royal Marines to cause an upset?
I think absolutely. I don't know who they've played so far, Shurzy, but this is going to be probably their real test, apart from maybe playing the top 2 where they're not expected to do so well. Outcast might have been playing well earlier in this tournament, but realistically, this is a moment where he needs to step up. But so far, these Royal Marines have kept the same squad. They've kept consistency, whereas it's 2 new players on Kroganavaccine. It's effectively a completely new team. And I don't think that if at any point Royal Marine lose this one, they're never going to be able to take across Kroganavaccine. This is by far the best chance they have, whilst these new players are fresh.
I'm wondering if those team changes have actually caused them to lose that higher seed, because of course they've made those two changes and now we see them on blue team. So has their seed been affected because of that, with them actually finishing 3rd place in last season's championship? But it matters not. Their blue team, red team, same job still needs to be done, but at the moment they're down by 26 points to 4, and those points are starting to rack up, and we're going to see another overshield here very shortly, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. Royal Marines starting very well this game, but Speed getting a juicy kill on Hollers there. We jump on board with Speed himself now as he's pushing towards this red treehouse. No, he's not. He's duped me out as well, jumping towards the red door as this OS has been called up, and I bet he got a call out, but 2 dead now from the blue team, and OS surely going to the side of Royal Marines.
Overshield has gone straight into the chest of Marine. It looked as though for a moment Shicey was going to pop it into his chest, but Marine has whipped that from him with the curtain, and he will take the overshield, gets that kill on the crossman, takes the ball, and is going to use that overshield as a little bit of protection, but unfortunately he's running straight into an enemy player. He got caught under that glass, that lipped that area there, and Outcast takes him down. That's a misplay with the overshield, Joe.
Yeah, misplay of the overshield, but he does manage to sack that ball off the map here. So
let's stay on board with Outcast, of course, being drafted in at the very last stages for Batchford. Let's see what he can do. I'm hearing he's playing incredibly well. What do you think of this team change? Was he the right man to call up when you needed him most?
I mean, Outcast is a quality player, but whoever they chose, the practice just isn't going to be there, Jersey, so far. So Outcast really has to play out of his skin to make any sort of dent in his team. And almost as well, if you're Outcast, you've got that extra set of pressure, knowing that you're not going to be the replacement. You're going to be like, well, I need to play really well, otherwise I'm off this team completely, Jersey. Knowing that Looney's breathing down his neck, he can't be here for whatever reason. But Outcast, would you think that's going to propel him, maybe? He might push himself to perform even better, or he might get too much pressure on his back.
Well, Outcast at the moment is just a sub. He knew that before this coming into it. He knew Looney was going to be replacing him regardless. But is it a case of he can play really well and maybe just keep Looney out of the side? We don't know. That will come down to Kroganavaccine. But boy, oh boy, is he putting in a fantastic performance to try and do that. We see these players set up towards bottom middle a little bit too early for Overshield. So I'm not entirely sure how and why they found themselves bottom middle. Generally, you don't want to be in that area as the ball heads off to the drink area. And Billy, in my ear, is gasping.
Yeah, Marine going back towards his watery environment there as he fell off a map. And we're going to jump on board with Hollers. And now VOS should be coming up as we see players again gravitate towards this bottom middle. Hollers putting shots towards Outcast, but Shiesty cleans it up. And Royal Marines do have control of this bottom middle. Hope they can grab the West as we're looking towards Shiesty. Shiesty's grabbed the West here. If we can jump on board with him, and he's pushing towards to try and cut off Kroganavaccine from getting it towards the oddball here.
That's back-to-back overshields for Royal Marine. So if that's an indication of things to come, they're in some sort of control when it matters most. Unfortunately, though, down on the scoreline. They need to start turning this control and using this overshield to start racking up some points. They have now taken the lead, but a couple of members have fallen. It's going to be 2v2 on the map. Has the ball been played? No, it hasn't. It's still up towards that blue treehouse area.
Yeah, still up towards Blue Treehouse area, but it's no team really has control of this so far. We do see the blue players pushing towards this oddball, but it's still anyone's oddball up for grabs at this point.
On board with Tommy the Krogan, the Finnish international. We've not seen much of him thus far in the game, and maybe it's time to change that as he's drafted back in his good friend Crossman to help him out in this season. Just after dropping, it was Precision Night. We've not talked about that. I don't know how that decision has come to pass, but Precision Night was dropped. Do you think that was a good choice? He's one of the best players on the team, but maybe the chemistry just wasn't there, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, we can't talk about the chemistry, the comms, maybe the commitment outside of a Halo game, but Crossman, as you said, a fellow Finn with Tommy here, as they both see to get that Finnish dominance back towards this Kroganavaccine. But all these changes, no matter how good the individually skilled players these are, they're all going to take a while to cement themselves in this team.
On board now with Hollers as he gets that kill onto the ball carrier. A veteran in the EU scene, certainly hasn't put down Halo 5 for any sort of significant time, and it's starting to show for Hollers. He's been a real force in the scene, a real pillar in all these cups, and he's played out of his skin, which is why he's now one of the top 4 seeded players in the game. But he falls now into the drink. Speed gives him the business, and it's a Shoryuken for Outcast as well, who on Marine. Overshield this time. It's the first overshield for Kroganavaccine, but it's already been ticked away. He just only has under a quarter. Now make that no overshield whatsoever, so not able to put it to any sort of use, Joe.
Yeah, good shots there coming from Royal Marines, stopping Tommy Krogan from getting anything going out overshield. But at least the side of Kroganavaccine got one and took it out of Royal Marines' hands. And with that, they've managed to pull the ball and take a small lead here. Still Kroganavaccine, as I'm looking on board Hollers, and he seems to be glitching, dipsy and doodling all over the map. He's lagging like crazy, and Atcos has fallen off the map. The lag switch is coming in, and we're jumping on board with another player from a red team.
Hollers now on top middle, trying to secure that ball as Outcast fell off into the drink, and that's not what you want to see from him. You want to see him being a bit more of a factor, finding his, just like he's trying to find his feet on the team, he's trying to find his feet on the map as he slipped off. Ball was played. Now ball is down bottom middle. We're going to see another overshield in about a minute or so, so still plenty of time for these two teams to duke it out. But at the moment, Kroganavaccine have the lead as the ball tries to scamper away. They've got the lead by 11 seconds as we're on board with the man Crossman, putting some shots down to miss it. Wisely decides to wait for his help. There comes his fellow Finn, Tommy the Krogan.
Yeah, slow rally now for Kroganavaccine as they still seem to be the team just grabbing this ball, ticking down some extra time. We're still here with Crossman as he tries to get Shiesty off the top map, but another player coming out of nowhere. Holler's taking him down. jumping on board with Fabi Speed now. He's trying to protect this ball. He's trying to either guard him on map, but backpacked by Mr. as well. So Royal Marines should get control of this oddball momentarily. But it seems like Mr.'s pushing towards Kroganavaccine.
A misplay from Mr. as he's bringing the ball right into harm's way. And Crossman takes him down, makes him pay for that mistake with his life. Will he scamper away with that ball and start to rotate towards the teammates as we're on board now with Shiesty, just waiting for that overshield. Of course, Tommy the Krogan secured it last time. He's going to have that time, and that is why we see Tommy fighting Shiesty. Outcast gets the back whack. Has the overshield been taken? No, it hasn't. We haven't seen the overshield grab just yet. Tommy falls. Marine pops into his chest. Speed makes him burn it, Joe.
Oh, I think there's a team grenade in there from Marine there on his teammate who was just about to grab the overshield. So we're going to jump on board with Fabi Speed now here as he does get the burn OS. Big plays from him, and his team seems to be pushing away in this game now, Jersey. 40 points ahead. Fab Speed just sneaking around bottom middle, trying to get towards his teammates for support as Tommy and Crossman are killing players across the map. Shiesty in a big one-on-one. Nice, perfect from Fab Speed. And the game is spiraling out of control here, Jersey.
Big Speed, an absolute turret top middle, putting down so much damage. And here is the man, Outcast, trying to help his team secure the W here. They're up by a significant margin now as we head towards the last 3 minutes of the game. Ball rolled over towards Royal Marines, but no one really able to put their hands on it. They need to put some chalk on their hands and really start to score some points, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does seem that Kroganavaccine again have this ball control here as we're on board with Crossman again with this tactical pistol, waiting, was baiting players into this big door. They can't really move. All the options for it now. Crossman's using a turret. As he said before, the ball carrier is taken down, so Crossman's got a player's life here and communicate with his Finnish teammate Tommy to try and get the cleanups. Tommy managed to take this one down, but it is a good sack off a map from Royal Marines. They need to get momentum going because there's only 9 seconds left here with Jersey, and Speed has got the ball.
No more mistakes can be made, but Speed has swindled the ball right from under the nose of Shiesty and co, and he's going to get that final score surely, as he does. 150 points to 78 in favour of Kroganavaccine. It was going this way and that, but unfortunately, if you're Royal Marines, Kroganavaccine clutched up when it mattered most.
Yeah, and Speed played absolutely out of his mind there, especially towards the end of that game. 26 kills, Jersey. Look at the assists across the board from the blue team, first of all. 12, 12, 15, 15. But look at Shiesty. 25 assists in that game, Jersey.
Shiesty putting down just numbers left, right, and centre, and it looks as though we have actually missed a kill-tacular from Shiesty as well. So he was able to put down so much damage on the map, but not able to get the win. And as you can see, 150 points in the oddball Fisher goes in favour of Kroganavaccine. It's a great display from them. So despite the efforts of Shiesty and Mista, they couldn't get the job done. Now we're heading into Slayer the Rig, and if Shiesty can put on a similar feat here, Joe, we might see an upset.
Yeah, exactly. Royal Marines definitely had the team shot there. And for most part of that first part of the game, Jersey, they were in control. But as the time slowly ticked over, Kroganavaccine kept getting like 10-second grabs of oddball and dropping it. 10 seconds over and over again. And slowly over time, that built up and built up. When you got Speed dropping down 26 kills and 74 seconds of oddball time, you're not going to lose.
Not going to lose is right. So despite, like we said, the best efforts of Shiesty getting all those kills, we now head over to Slayer on the Rig. Is there any indication as to what way this might go? We've seen that Royal Marines could hang when it came to the Slays. So does that put them in good stead now on the Rig?
Do you know what? Yeah, I think it does. It really does. Slayer's one of those ones which can go either way. And both these two teams are really, really well skilled. And again, we've got the side of Royal Marines who have stuck together through Season 3. They're going to be more for a time like the Rig, but it's all going to be on that sniper and camo, as we know, Jersey, and the first one is going to be detrimental.
I have to say, I'm extremely impressed by Kroganavaccine after making those team changes and still managing to get the win over a really well-practiced team here in Royal Marines. So fantastic job from them. Outcast hasn't seemed to have missed a step. He has now got a scatter shot, but we're on board with Mista, who has the camouflage. He's got Crossman with his pants down, out in open field, down to no shields. No doubt he'll head towards bottom nest, trying to predict that with a nade. Unfortunately, not able to find the body of him. Crossman gets a kill onto Shiesty, and I have to say, that's a good kill if you're a Crossman, because that looked as though it was a guaranteed death no matter what.
Yeah, fantastic kill from Crossman, but Mr. still has this camouflage. And as he's on the map, though, as well, that just means that blue team are going to try and look for him at all times. They'll always be constantly distracted. Where's Camo? Where's Camo? We're still on board with Mr. as he played his life so well in that last series, and again finds himself with Camo, doing such a good way as we jump on board with Hollers now, a Sniper. So Sniper, Camo on the side of Royal Marines. They've got all the goodies, Shirzy. What can they do?
They've got all the marbles, all the ingredients to guarantee a victory here, or at least a sizable chunk of score as Hollers finds the face of Crossman. Great shot from him, and still plenty of bullets left to work with. I would like to see him reload it now, because if he fires one bullet and misses, he's going to find himself in a world of hurt. As he does fire that shot, does miss it, and he's unable to put down any more damage. But they're up by 9 kills to 6 as he finds the body of Tommy, who manages to keep himself on the map down towards that bottom engine, that bottom tower area, excuse me. Fires a warning shot towards Outcast, not able to do damage, and Tommy comes back to bite him and gets that kill.
Yeah, swarm of blue pushing in towards Hollers there with the Sniper, and it's looking towards Speed here as he's picked it up. Only one bullet left for his Shirzy, trying to find a head, but whilst being bottom of the map, he's not going to find anything down there. He needs to regroup with his team and make sure that this one shot of the Sniper counts. He sees Hollers, he does get the body shot, and Hollers is taken out, so that's a good use for Sniper Rifle. It's only 3 kills down, make that 4 now for Kroganavaccine. They need to get some momentum, and that grenade was a fantastic one there, Shirzy. Gets shots onto Mr. as well, that should be a clean for his teammate, and now it's 1 kill game.
They're within 1 kill, our Kroganavaccine, and now with the camouflage in the chest of Speed, no doubt Mr. has had that time down, but unfortunately Speed has whipped it out from under him, so that's a misplay. If you are a Royal Marine fan or a Royal Marine player, you really should have had that camouflage unlocked, been able to set up before it popped up. Speed gets a kill onto Marine, he finds Hollers back towards the engine rail area, but he's decided to wisely get himself out of dodge. 2 members of Kroganavaccine slowly closing on Hollers, who has that scatter shot. This would be a huge kill if he can find the camo player, which he does. He gets a double kill almost, but Shiesty gets the finish. Great job out of Hollers.
Yeah, fantastic play from Hollers with that scatter shot, giving the camo player Speed the business. He still has that scatter shot and still has bullets left. He drops down, big surprise Crossman. Hello again. Does get taken down by Speed in the end, but great play from Hollers. Let's keep him in the lead here.
Hello, Crossman, my old friend. As he fades to black, Hollers now set up towards the Engine 2 area. No, I believe it's actually out towards the Whitehall area. Mr. has the sniper rifle in his hands, and he has his eyes firmly trained on Engine 2, trying to find the face of any player that he can. Gets that shout as a player down towards yellow corner. Why as he decides to rotate out there? Maybe he can rotate himself inside as these members of Royal Marines rotate out to him. Can he get himself out of dodge? No, he's got himself in no man's land, trying to find the worldly shot onto Tommy the Krogan, but sniper rifle now in the hands of Tommy. Yeah, no, he's actually left it for Speed. Great play.
Yeah, great play. Mr. stuck between a rock and a hard place there as the whole Kroganavaccine circling him out. We do find ourselves with Speed, back with his sniper rifle. Nice headshot to Hollers. Can he get a second one? Ooh, narrowly misses that no scope. But does get taken down, so big shot from Mr. here. Sniper's down bottom basement. Can we see Kroganavaccine get control of it?
After all of this madness, we're still tied up 25-25. Make that 26-26. As again, we're trading back and forth. Camouflage is going to pop Speed down in the sewer. Knows the exact time as he shoots it. He burns the camouflage, so it's just the sniper rifle left to contend with in the hands of Outcast, who's firing some blanks at the moment as he hits that wall, finds the body of Mista, gets the cleanup as well. Great job out of him. Still a couple of shots left in that sniper rifle, and it's going to go over to Shiesty.
Yeah, Shiesty picking up that sniper rifle again. 2 shots left. He's looking for the scatter shot maybe as well. But he knows he's got the call out from his teammate that all Kroganavaccine around this bunker area. A nade getting a connection as well to even resolidate in that point as well. With his sniper, he does see Tommy Krogan, but he misses the first shot, but makes up for it in the second one. And that's 3 down for Kroganavaccine. Shiesty's looking to still control top middle. He knows they're now going to be spawning carbine and basement side, but he's going to make sure no one's just lurking about tower. He's still concerned as a player stalking around here and really needs to focus on where they are actually at in basement, which might allow the Kroganavaccine to break out. But so far, Kroganavaccine have just kept back spawn, back rails, and carbine side. They're locked in place here, Shirzy.
We're seeing the pace of the game take a significant dip now as both players, almost like that Plaza game we had before, the next mistake is going to pay dividends for either team as Shiesty puts a couple of shots down into them players out situated towards that BR area. But we're not seeing Kroganavaccine trying to push in until we see a pick. Shiesty exposes himself for a minute. Tommy the Krogan left alone, isolated from the rest of his team, who started to push in towards that rail side. Whitehall now falls. Crossman, he goes down. We're seeing Tommy spawn towards Engine, and this is perfect kills. If you're Royal Marines, you're getting these players right where you need them.
Yeah, and now you've got a split spawn coming out from Kroganavaccine. Tommy Krogan left alone by himself. That's the killing spree from Shiesty. Still staying alive. We've been on board for about 2 minutes now, as he just seems to be ripping a tear. 6-kill lead. But now Kroganavaccine have played it slow enough. They've got all their players back. As that sniper rifle was about to drop, they have the outside control. Big kill from Shiesty. Can he get shots at Outcast? Outcast taken down as well. Double kill from Shiesty. Get shots at Crossman. Crossman backs out before that triple kill coming from Shiesty. But now it's a 7-point lead. Kroganavaccine spending a lot of time on respawn.
We should see a camouflage at some point. I think Dave might have forgotten about it, has Shiesty. And Hollers finds the face of Speed, gives them the absolute business. They're ahead by 10 kills, and this snowball effect is really in full flow as Marine gets a kill on the Outcast, and just pinching perfectly here, our Royal Marines.
Do you know what as well, Shirzy? I think that Speed had camo when he hit that no-scope as well. I believe that Speed had just picked up that camouflage. He burns it with that 6th shot. We're on board with Speed now. He's really got to rally behind his team. Outcast gets the first kill. Nice backpack, but doesn't get the kill here on Marine. He's trying to dipsy doodle. Marine's just about staying alive here. How is he not killing them up? We're still
Neither man has fallen here. Marine and Speed just back and forth. Marine gets the better of him. And when kills like that go against you and you're Kroganavaccine, you just know this Slayer's chalked.
Yeah, exactly. Outcast just managed to get that player to one shot, but it's seeming a lot of one shots from Royal Marines, and that's the kill which does it. Marine gets the final kill of a backpack. 50-38 from Royal Marines may go and tie up the series, Shirzy.
Series scored, tied 1-1. We talk ourselves through the stats. Marine, 16 kills, 10 assists, 11 deaths. Is there anything else you want to touch upon there, Joe, before we head into Strongholds Plaza?
Yeah, big man Hollows with 4 power weapon kills, 6 across the board from the side of Royal Marines. And that's going to use a lot of power, a lot of eyes against them. Even if you don't get those sniper kills, those eyes will be watching and worrying about it. And I think Mister made a couple of camo grabs there. But I think the key part of that game, Shirzy, was that no-scope Hollows hit. And I believe, I'm going to put my money on it, that Speed had camo.
I think Shiesty actually went off towards that latter stages of the game as well, getting some really pivotal kills as Kroganavaccine tried to rotate. That 1 kill onto Tommy the Krogan sticks out in my mind. That really was a snowball effect that left them outnumbered towards the Whitehall area. And after that Royal Rumble that ensued towards that Whitehall area in that open field zone, they managed to come out on top and they never really looked back. So great plays out of Shiesty. But we're now going on to Strongholds on Plaza. Who's going to control the camouflage? Who's going to come out on top? If the oddball game is any sort of early indication, Kroganavaccine do favour themselves when it comes to an oddball or in fact an objective game type. So great work out of them in the Slayer Royal Marines. But what way is it going to go now, Joe?
I think Royal Marines, again, they have that veteran leadership in a game like Strongholds. I know it's objective, and I know we played our which objective beforehand, but Strongholds is all about the setups, and the more practice you have with the team, the more used to different setups you are. And I think Royal Marines, off the back of that Slayer, are probably going to do the same. They're going to use the momentum and get a foothold at the start of this game.
Tommy the Krogan got a quick clean up there of a kill, and he's transferred bottom middle into his favour. Has the rest of his teammates managed to secure a spot somewhere else? Speed and Outcast get a couple of kills. This is what we're talking about. They now got yard. It looks as though we could see a triple cap very quickly for Kroganavaccine.
Yeah, wow, I just put my money in my mouth as myself and I didn't even get it right because Kroganavaccine has started the stronger. Triple cap, almost uncontested really. Tommy Krogan walked from bottom middle back to yard and captured 2 places without even getting a shot at as well. He's still on board with him as he's dropping down bottom middle. Gets some nice shots on the Hollers. Ooh. A good trade in the end from Tommy to jump on Mister. Tommy
managing to hit some shots onto Mister and then perfectly for Hollers as well. So although he went down swinging, done a lot of damage, trying to stop this bottom middle hill transferring, which they cannot do, but they're going to pay the prices. They're going to pay the piper. Our Royal Marines, as 2 members of them go down, but for the moment, they still do have that bottom middle hill. They do still have Nest. They start to try and play defense over towards Nest.
Yeah, exactly. Royal Marines just need to consolidate one round of kills to keep this setup, but it's not going to be easy with Kroganavaccine already pushing both Nest and bottom mid, which on board with Crossman. A nice reset from Mister, but Crossman's back on board with Nest, trying to get that power spot, that top placement here, and Nest should be turning over to the blue team in Kroganavaccine. But during this, Pit has stayed in control of Royal Marines. That's a one bastion left on this map.
Yeah, Tommy the Krogan was down bottom pit trying to capture it for himself, solo cap, and you never really see that as a recipe for success. Always manages to find one member of the enemy team that will drop in and desperate, and that this time he lost his life. We're on board now with Royal Marine. Can he do anything to help his team get... Oh, he tried to go for that camouflage. It's still there though. They had the time in lockdown. Outcast gets the burn, but Mister gets the double kill. Yeah,
huge burn there from Outcast. As we see some Kroganavaccine players towards this snipe side of the map, as it's still being contested here. And Kroganavaccine are running away with this one so far, Jersey. And during that whole time, Royal Marines only had Nest, and they had the bottom middle even, sorry. They couldn't get Nest or Yard. They had just the one central bottom middle map. That's now been traded out for Nest, and Kroganavaccine is still running away with this.
Kroganavaccine still scoring, trying to stop bottom middle hill being transferred over. Mista has himself a shotgun. He's dropping down towards this bottom middle hill now. His Hollers and the boys are trying to stop and try and put down some sort of force, but Speed is solo capping Nest at the minute as we jump on board with Mista and the shotgun in his backpack as well, trying to put down some damage. There is the shotgun. The light bulb comes out on the end of it as well, trying to put down some damage. Tries to escape with his life. He cannot do so. He's taken down, Joe.
Yeah, nice plays all across the board here from Kroganavaccine. They're doing really well this game, just trying to isolate the players on the side of Royal Marines. And so far, you always see another player. Look, you see Outcast being backed up by his teammates. Across the map, you've got Tommy and another player from Kroganavaccine. They seem to be working in doubles and just isolating players on Royal Marines. And they might be able to get this triple cap right now. So far, all the momentum, all the plays coming on the side of Kroganavaccine, and they're sparring away with this win.
Yep, they're working in tandem at the moment and still have that triple cap in full effect as Shiesty now tries to capture the Nest and stop the bleeding. Hollers in a 1v1 with Tommy the Krogan. Tommy wins that one this time. We're on board now with Tommy the Krogan trying to stop bottom middle from being transferred. It's just missed it down alone in bottom middle, and like I said, when you try and solo cap bottom middle, it very rarely works, Joe.
Yeah, exactly. Camo's going to be up any second now. So on board with Speed, and he's trying to get himself set up for it. I don't know if they know the exact time of it. He's got that shotgun. If he can pick up Camo with it, he's deciding to drop maybe. So he's deciding to just play his life bottom middle. Maybe he didn't get the call out. Maybe his teammate trying to grab that Camo instead. So he left top middle, and Marine grabs Camo. Maybe a bit of a misplay there from Speed when he should have really pushed that from himself.
Yeah, missed play from Speed. Should have secured that camouflage for his team, but Marine will take that all day long. They're now starting to score. Wipes Tommy the Krogan off the face of Plaza for 5 or so seconds anyway. Tries to do that clamber onto the yellow ledge, which he does with success, second time of asking. Now has the camouflage, trying to push in towards that yard area. Plenty of gun engagements going down. Speed is isolated all alone. Does he get the ninja? Almost gets the ninja onto Marine, but this time Marine says no.
Yeah, Marine playing so well with his camo, and he's got the shotgun combo as well. It's so lethal, especially with him staying bottom middle, just jumping up to top middle whenever he needs to get away from a fight. And this whole time, his bottom middle control has been just single-handedly helping Marine, but around him his teammates are falling. He does manage to get the kill on Outcast, just to stop the momentum. The Kroganavaccine across the board are getting the slays and they're capturing his bottom middle, Scherzer.
Yep, Kroganavaccine starting to get that bottom middle hill in their favour, which they have. They're going to start scoring now. They're up by 50 points, so they've already got a significant lead, but you do not want to let and invite the pressure onto you from Royal Marines, because they will grasp it with both hands. Speed fires a plasma pistol shot. It doesn't find a home. He does get a trade onto Hollers back and forth. We have 3 members of Royal Marines set up towards Nest. They've all captured that, but they've lost another capture towards the yard area, so they're still scoring. It's going to be an absolute slobber knocker towards bottom middle. Speed goes down to Hollers' grenade. Marine kills Outcast. Crossman and Tommy the Krogan answer back with 2 kills of their own. Mista gets Crossman. It's a 1-man left in the bottom middle hill. He's managed to get that bottom middle. It was Mista, and Mista gets a 5 on the Speed off the rip.
Oh, the 500 Speed. What an amazing play from Mista with his team, keeping the game in. And now we're going to be on board with Hollers. They still got to control this bottom middle. All eyes have got to be down to bottom middle. It's Kroganavaccine. If they get this, they're probably going to win the game, Jersey. Hollers is still pushing down bottom middle. He's backed. He's flanked Tommy Krogan and gets the reset. Big shot on Outcast. And with his teammate, they get the cleanup. They still have control of this bottom middle, Jersey.
Yeah, but Speed has the camouflage lurking in the clouds. While this has all been going on, Speed decided to take this opportunity to secure the camouflage. Maybe sacrifice those early points so you can get that camouflage and put the game to bed. He's now in bottom middle with an enemy teammate, an enemy in his sights. It's Marine, gets the back onto him. He's going to score these points. It's going to be a GG no re from that one play from Speed securing the camouflage.
Yeah, brilliant objective knowledge, and that is going to lead him a victory. As you said, Shurzy, they foregoed those points at bottom middle, saying, well, we're going to get the camo, we're going to get Nest, and we're going to put pressure whilst we have that camo on there. Brilliant heads up from Speed, and that's won them the game there, Shurzy.
Yep. It looks as though Kroganavaccine made Royal Marines fight tooth and nail from that bottom middle hill, but all the while Speed had a plan to get that camouflage to secure the victory. They're 2-1 now up in the series. Is there anything in the stats you want to talk about, Joe?
I mean, I'd say the damage across the board from Kroganavaccine is doing really well, but I think the individual plays made by that team during that game, which don't show up on the stats, is what's key. Speed with that play with Cam at the end, and I saw at one point, I think one of the players in Kroganavaccine was solo capping Nest near the end of the game with 3 players from Royal Marines trying to push towards him. So all those secret plays, which don't show up on the stats, is what's won the game there.
Yep, stats don't always tell the full story. That much is for sure. But Tommy the Krogan, he had himself an absolute blinder of a game. Great job from him. We're going to head now to CTF on Fathom. And with the way the momentum is going, is this going to be a Kroganavaccine closing out the series, or can Royal Marines push us to a Game 5?
I'd really like to see a Game 5 here, Shurzy, but that was an absolute powerhouse performance from Kroganavaccine near the end of that game, and I think they're going to have too much to push this. They're going to push this out in a 3-1 fashion. Royal Marines, they took that Slayer, but in the objectives, they've been outclassed.
That is true. In the Slayers, they've come up good, but they've been left wanting in the objectives, and there's far more objective game types to play than there are Slayers, and maybe this is... You would have wished for a Slayer here that can keep themselves in, but I hope to God that Royal Marines can maybe make a series of it here, maybe push us all the way the distance, and maybe come up with a little bit of an upset as we jump on board with Tommy the Krogan as he tries to maybe maintain this dominance that they've had throughout the rest of this series. Tommy the Krogan gets a kill onto Shiesty. His teammate Outcast falls to Holler's light rifle though, so it's trading back and forth in the kill feed. Gets that kill onto Holler's top middle. Speed also got a kill onto Mist. I'd like to see them push down towards the flag and maybe get a cap.
Yeah, huge kills coming out from Tommy and his team, but all of those were defensive kills, and you still see Royal Marines. Maybe that was a bit of a desperate push from Marine here. Nice shots there from Tommy, but all those kills were defensively, and they haven't been able to get much control of the map since that. But as I say, that Speed sawing his way into the base for the side of Kroganavaccine, and they're putting pressure towards Royal Marines.
Royal Marines up against the Kosh at the moment. Speed's pulled the flag out and he's got it on the move. It's already over the halfway point just like that. Shiesty's behind enemy lines though, tries to get a touch on that flag, but he pushed out and exposed himself the worst possible time. Speed's going to regain his shields here. The flag gets returned. Flag goes in. That's 1-0 Kroganavaccine.
1-0 Kroganavaccine. Nice play. Bit of a scrappy one at the end, but they do get the first flag cap, and it really seems to be that they've had the control this whole game, Shurzy. And Crossman with Railgun, Outcast here, we see him taking shots onto Shiesty, making him one shot, but straight away they cap that flag, and straight away they're already putting pressure towards Royal Marine's side of the map. It's a great play here from Kroganavaccine.
Kroganavaccine look as though they have plans to punch their ticket to the losers finals and just trying to get rid of this riffraff and get them out the door as quickly as possible. As flag is on the move again, Marine spawns up towards this silo area. Great job, great shots from Outcast, but they've left the flag behind, deciding to maybe play defense on their own flag instead. But it's going to be an absolute brawl now as both teams try and push for this return, and the flag has been moved on. Outcast gets a double kill, but 2 members of his team has fallen. The flag has gone in. This is surely going to be 1-1 all tied up, but Hollers doesn't see that camouflage is up, and can Crossman sweep from under his feet as Crossman manages to secure that camouflage. No, he hasn't. It's big burn. Shiesty has got the camouflage. Yeah, big burn there. Maybe Hollers trying to focus Outcast too much and should have gone for that camo. Can get a triple kill. Shiesty with triple kill with the railgun. Great shots from Shiesty. There should be quite a big momentum for Royal Marine to push into Kroganavaccine's base as 3 players from Kroganavaccine go down. It's tied 1-1. Royal Marines have all the map control here as 3 players from Kroganavaccine are stuck in their back generator and they're being closed down here. Shiesty's hunting. He takes out Tommy the Krogan. And the other player's going to be taken down as well. Nice trade from Speed. And Royal Marines are out with the running with a flag here. And we made it around past the halfway line. Flag down at the halfway point. Outcast stops it in its tracks after Shiesty had done some significant damage He already got himself an overkill and a kill Trosty in the last game, or the game before that rather. But great job out of Outcast stopping that flag in its tracks, not being able to get the momentum going. But Shiesty has the flag. It's 2-1 in favor of Royal Marines. Now we have a game on our hands.
Yeah, we do indeed. Royal Marines came back from nowhere in this one, Jersey, and they've grabbed the lead 2-1. My controller's disconnected, so I don't know what's going on the screen, but I think Camo's coming up soon.
I'll tell you what's going on while you rejig that wire. Crossman's top middle. He's waiting to try and secure this flag cap. Puts some shots down into Shiesty. Gets him down to the respawn screen. Gets a perfect kill. Flags out in no man's land. Grenades flying this way and that, exploding all over the place. Crossman gets a kill onto Misty on that porch area. Hollers is down to no shields. Red Bridge cannot do anything to stop this flag. Crossman again gets a kill. He's putting down serious damage, but somehow this flag still hasn't found its way home. How has Crossman done so much damage? The flag still hasn't gone in. Another kill. And I feel like DJ Khaled. Another one. Crossman's killing everything that moves. Has the flag finally gone in? No, it hasn't. It's been returned. What a crazy, crazy play.
Yeah, Crossman seems to be the only player on Kroganavaccine there, trying to make some plays there. Brilliant kills, but they just couldn't get the flag through that doorway, Jersey. My controller is back, and my battery seems to clearly be running out because this game is so intense, it's hot, it's heating up here, Jersey, and it's still 2-1. It should be 2-2 with all words said, but still Royal Marines have the lead with clutch reset from Hollers.
Clutch reset from Hollers. 2 kills in favour of Kroganavaccine as the railgun looks as though it's in their favour as well. Flag is out on the move. Crossman's got himself another kill. Again, another one. Maybe does Crossman just have to do it all? Pick up the flag and get the kills at the same time as Shiesty throws that flag out once again and tries to cause some sort of kerfuffle. There's a cocktail of emotions heading towards this blue base area. Tommy the Krogan gets a double kill, but Mister gets a kill onto him. A return goes through again. Crossman just needs some help from the rest of Kroganavaccine here.
Do you know, and it was Hollers again, Jersey, with that clutch return. Back to back, and Jim, this whole time, Crossman, for his 2 flag caps, has stayed alive. He's got a wingman for his troubles, but no flag cap so far, and it's 2-1 still to Royal Marines. Royal Marines clutching up, using that tactical know-how to get the reset in the right time, and they're still in the lead 2-1. It should be game over, Jersey.
It should be game, set, and match. Crossman seems to have put the rest of Kroganavaccine on his back. We've been on this. Has he even died in the last 25 minutes? The man's been a one-man wrecking crew. We haven't even had to change POVs. It's been the Crossman show, and I don't feel like cancelling him anytime soon.
Yeah, Crossman's got his stream time up for sure. He'll be milking this in right now. And he's still alive, putting pressure towards Mister, but he does get taken out as we talk about it. So Curse for Cast is coming in. We're on board with Marine, who's trying to push towards a 1v1 with speed. And he does get taken out. So good defense there from Kroganavaccine.
This is exactly what I wanted to see from Royal Marines at the start of this game. Really push the envelope, put the pressure, push this Kroganavaccine team into murky, deep waters and really see what they're made of. They're only just put together, so make them work for every inch that they have.
Yeah, exactly, Jersey. And you know what? I just a quick check of the stats, and Kroganavaccine are outslaying massively. So their 3rd flag run is coming out now. Can they get this one in? Shiesty's cleared off top middle, and it looks like it's just Mister and Dan, whoever that is, on the side of Royal Marine, still left in. Mister's cleared out, so is Marine. There should be a flag happening, and it is 2-2. Finally, Kroganavaccine have the draw up this time, and it looks like they're going to still utilise this camo with speed here. We're still going to stay on board with him. He's got that tack silence pistol with James Bond. He gets shots onto Shiesty, makes him 1 shot, should be cleaned up here. 2 down, and a wingman from speed. 1 player back generator. Should be sneaking around here trying to get this flag. He's just going to opt for the flag kill, throw that out. Flag is out now, and that forces Hollers to make that run. Mister's taken out as well. Another player, speed is on an absolute riot. And whilst this is going on, Jersey, Tommy's running the flag.
Tommy has the flag on the move, and the writing is on the wall as flag gets scored in. And just like that, it seemed to be Kroganavaccine couldn't get the flag in the window for love nor money, but they come just like you're waiting on a bus. Back to back, 2 buses show up at the same time. Back to back, we get 2 flag caps on the board. They've tied up. They've actually taken the series now 3-1. We almost got that game 5 that we wanted, but they've punched their ticket. Have Kroganavaccine into the losers finals. Is there anything in the stats you want to discuss before we push on?
I mean, when we crash over to the stats here, Jersey, look at the slays from the side of Kroganavaccine. Crossman 19, Tommy 18, 16 and 16 from Speed and Outcast. The closest on Royal Marines had 13. They were outslaying massively. And as we said during that game, they should have closed it out earlier. But the key thing is, Jersey, they've closed it out. They've locked in a ticket to play against EGIF in our losers finals.
We're heading towards our losers finals. It's imminent now, but that will be the end of Royal Marines tournament. But what a display they put in. And we said this might have been the best chance to take down Kroganavaccine, but they've clutched up, and in particular, really impressed by Crossman in that series. But we're going to go to a short break while we get the rest of the lobby set up. We get EGIF in here. We maybe get a couple of drinks of water because I'm starting to burn up after that last series. It was absolutely incredible. We'll see you shortly.